right, I'm here with Private Pilot Sebastian Lee.
Yes, sir.
So, as of right now, anybody can pretty much walk into a hangar whenever they want. There's not really anybody guarding the doors don't get locked. Pretty much any student, any non-student, can walk in the hangar. There have been homeless people found sleeping in hangars. What do you see? What is the problem you see that could lead to? What are some of the issues that you see could arise from that?
Well, the planes can get hurt. They can get harmed. Planes need a lot of maintenance. So, just having random people walk into the hangars might pose a risk to the planes in the hangar.
And ultimately a risk to you as a pilot.
Correct, because planes only get inspected, however many hours after they're used. So if somebody decides to walk into the hangar and, screw with the plane or, mess with the plane, then the AMPs or just the mechanics in general, they wouldn't know unless, they check the cameras.
How do the AMPs know what work has been done, what someone else has done before them, what state the plane is? How do AMPs talk to each other about that?
So they put entries into their maintenance logs, so they know who worked on it last and what changes have been made. And if somebody just tampers with the airplane, some random homeless dude from like Indianapolis just decides to pull up to Hangar 6 and start screwing with the planes, it's not like a homeless guy is gonna know where to. Well,
and kids are dumb.
Yeah, so
Kids
like
do
it's
dumb
like
things.
the maintenance guys wouldn't know unless it's very noticeable, and if the pilot reports it.
So maintenance people only know what they read out of the logbook, and they would trust that 100%.
Correct.
So the idea of someone being able to alter these planes without it being reported is very unsafe for everyone involved in operations of the plane.
Very unsafe.
So
that's why hangars should be secure and not just left open for some kids
to fool around in.
To fool around in, yeah.
So how should we monitor? How should we track who goes in and out? How should we allow people to go in and out? What type of system do you think should be put in place to make sure only the right people are getting into the right places?
So, first thing that comes to mind would be a check-in, check-out sheet. If you walk into the hangar, you check in at the time you walk in and you check out the time you leave. Another thing would be cameras, 24/7 surveillance, seeing who walks in and who walks out. And another form of accountability that is slightly more complicated and more expensive would be an ID system, where they'd have to scan in a card in order to get granted access.
Kind of like we do with dorms.
Yeah.
And we do with
Correct.
meal plans.
Correct.
So we have a check-in, check-out sheet. How do we make sure people do that? How do we make sure people sign that? Or that people swipe their card, or that...
Well, the check-in, check-out sheet would be would be based on an honor system. The ID system is pretty straightforward. You can't go inside the hangar.
Would we have to make a door, like an entrance?
Yes.
It wouldn't just be like you swipe it to check in and check out. It's like you swipe it for this door to unlock.
Yeah.
I got you. And would it be worth hiring a security guard, or is it...
No.
If it was a locked door that only activated through a key card?
If it was a locked, secure door, then a security guard wouldn't be needed. But I think an ID system and a surveillance system would be good investments for securing the hangars.
And then with the surveillance system, should there be someone that goes through and checks the last 12 hours, just make sure nothing's been tampered with?
Yeah, of course.
Like every morning, just times 100 speed, make sure no one walked in, and then...
Yep, of course.
Is there any other ideas or thoughts you have about this topic?
Any ideas? Maybe have an alarm system, so if someone walks in without swiping or checking in, then the alarm goes off and authorities are alerted, because planes are expensive and
human life is going up in one.
Yeah, and a college student, you know, student with aspirations and dreams is gonna go up in it, and you don't want them dying on your watch. So, it's
Well,
pretty...
thank you for your time, Sebastian.